The Snowbound Express, in the heart of a vast mountain range, the village of Silver Hollow nestled quietly, surrounded by towering peaks and pine forests. The villagers were used to harsh winters, but this year, the snow was relentless. For weeks, a blizzard raged, burying roads, homes, and even the train tracks that connected Silver Hollow to the outside world. Supplies dwindled, and the villagers began to worry. Their only hope lay in the Snowbound Express, an old steam train parked at the edge of the village. The train was built decades ago, designed to plow through snow with its powerful engine and massive steel plow at the front. But it hadn't been used in years, and many doubted it would run. Leo, a young train engineer with a knack for fixing machines, stepped forward. "We have to try," he told the villagers gathered in the square. "If we can get the Snowbound Express running, we can clear the tracks, bring supplies, and save the village." The villagers murmured nervously. The task seemed impossible. The snow was deep, the train was old, and the storm still raged. "I'll help," said Clara, a brave young girl who had spent her life around trains. She had learned everything she knew from her late father, the village's former train conductor. "Me too," chimed in Elias, a farmer with strong arms and a determined spirit. The village elder nodded. "If anyone can do this, it's you three. Take whatever you need from the storehouse." Leo, Clara, and Elias set to work. The Snowbound Express was buried under a mountain of snow. Shoveling it out took hours, and when they finally uncovered the engine, they found it rusted and cold. "We can fix this," Leo said confidently, rolling up his sleeves. Clara climbed into the cab, her breath visible in the freezing air. "The boiler's intact," she called out. "We just need to light it and get the fire roaring." Elias hauled coal from the storehouse while Leo oiled the gears and checked the pipes. Clara worked the controls, coaxing the old train back to life. Hours passed, and just when their hope began to waver, the Snowbound Express let out a deep, resounding whistle. "It's alive!" Clara shouted, her face lighting up with joy. With the engine roaring and the plow gleaming at the front, the Snowbound Express began its journey. Snowdrifts taller than houses blocked the tracks, but the train charged forward, its steel plow slicing through the icy barricades. Leo manned the engine, keeping the fire blazing. Clara guided the train through narrow mountain passes, her hands steady on the controls. Elias worked tirelessly to keep the coal flowing, his muscles aching but his determination unshaken. The villagers cheered as the Snowbound Express cleared the tracks around Silver Hollow, but the journey was far from over. Their goal was the neighboring town of Pinecrest, where they could gather supplies and bring back help. As the train climbed higher into the mountains, the storm grew fiercer. Winds howled, and snow lashed against the windows. At one point, the tracks disappeared under a massive avalanche. "We can't stop now," Clara said, her voice firm. Leo adjusted the throttle. "We'll go slow. I'll keep an eye on the boiler pressure." The Snowbound Express crawled forward, its plow cutting a path through the snow. The engine strained, steam hissing and gears grinding, but it didn't falter. Hours later, the storm began to ease, and the lights of Pinecrest appeared in the distance. Exhausted but exhilarated, the team pulled into the station, greeted by the townsfolk with cheers and warm drinks. "We heard about the blizzard," said the Pinecrest mayor. "We've gathered supplies and volunteers to help your village." The Snowbound Express was loaded with crates of food, medicine, and blankets. Volunteers climbed aboard, ready to lend a hand. As the train began its return journey, Clara looked at Leo and Elias, a smile spreading across her face. "We did it," she said softly. The return trip was smoother. With the tracks already cleared and the storm subsiding, the Snowbound Express made it back to Silver Hollow in record time. The villagers rushed to unload the supplies, their faces filled with gratitude and relief. "You saved us," the village elder said, shaking Leo's hand. "All of you." "It wasn't just us," Leo replied, patting the side of the Snowbound Express. "This old train has more heart than we thought." From that day on, the Snowbound Express became a legend in Silver Hollow. Leo, Clara, and Elias were hailed as heroes, but they always gave credit to the train that carried them through the storm. And whenever the snow piled high and the wind howled through the mountains, the villagers knew they could count on the Snowbound Express to plow through anything that stood in its way.